Hello everyone. Sejr here. Thank you so much for joining me. I am on the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel creating a card with you once again. It is just barely past New Year's, and so I'm kind of inspired to create a nice sparkly New Year's type card slash birthday slash uplifting, because I think New Year's is a great time to just remind everyone how awesome they are. So I am bringing back this light bulb stamp. It's the Thanks a Watt. So What's Up stamp set, and then Thanks a Watt die set. I think I really like this one. It's something I haven't used very much, but it has some really cute elements and perfect for any type of light up cards and shaker cards as well. I also have this one, the Celebration emoji die add-on. It is meant for the circle die, but I'm going to be just using it with a light bulb. And then to add some sparkle, I'm going to bring in the Starfield letterpress die, and I'm going to get this set up to do some foiling with it. So let's put this aside and start working on our card. So the first thing we're going to do is warm up our Glimmer hot foil system to use this Starfield letterpress die and foil it. Now, this is a letterpress die. It is designed for the letterpress system, but you can definitely foil with them. And I have this really beautiful, sparkly, silverish, I'm not sure what the name is, but it's sparkly and I love it. And so I decided to use it. And it creates this beautiful, I'm going to use it as confetti almost instead of a galaxy. So there we go. And there's the leftovers. And what I'm going to do is, because I don't have the system heated up anymore, this is actually a couple days later, I'm just going to grab some suit weighing tape and I'm just going to do the cheap and easy way. The final result is not the greatest because it is going on tape, but essentially I'm just going to transfer this foil to the tape, and then that will just give me a nice easy way to die cut this. The die cutting will be a little bit on the harder side because of that extra resistance of the tape, but it's a very quick, easy way of doing it. Just make sure you get some static powder and remove any of that stickiness. Now, if you still had your system going and you have like one of those solid plates, that is the most ideal solution, because then you'll get the foil right on the paper and you can die cut that. But I use that little confetti die from the Celebration emojis. You can see there in the little Trinity stamps caddy there. So that is now ready for a little later in the episode. But I've gone ahead and cut out my little noisemaker and party hat, and it's very easy. Here is the strips for layering on the party hat. It is 3 little strips, and I've cut that out in just a little bit of a darker pink than the hat. And this just makes it look nice and cohesive because it's almost in the same family color. It's just a shade, probably 2 shades darker than that. It's very easy to put these dies together. You just line them up along the edges and they will fit perfectly from edge to edge. You just move it around or kind of hover it with your tweezers and then place it down. And there you go. And there's my party hat. And then for the noisemaker, you just glue the one side, grab your tweezers once more and just layer on top. And now we have a party hat and a noisemaker ready to celebrate. So we'll put those aside, and then we're going to work on the Thank a Watt die set. I've already cut every piece out. I've cut the light bulb twice in gray and light pink, and then the vellum in the shadow. The filament is in a very slightly dark pink, and then I cut out the little screw part to the light bulb layering piece in a darker gray. To just give it some little distress and attention to a little bit of detail, I've taken my little buddy brush here in some watermelon ink, and I'm very lightly going over the edge of the light bulb. And then I will do the same thing with a gray ink around the metal screw part. I don't really know what the term is for this off the top of my head. I'm just going to call it the screw part of the light bulb. And that's just giving a little bit of shadowing. I will be covering this with those little strips, so it will get a little bit lost, but it does add a little bit of interest, especially when we put it down on our background. You'll give it a little bit of a difference. I'm not worried about the filament. That's way too skinny to try to ink, but you're more than welcome to try and take those edges up, and we'll glue that in the center. I just went a very, very subtle difference with the light bulb and that filament. I didn't want it to be too much of a difference because the light bulb is bright, so you shouldn't be seeing it too much. And then we'll just add the little pieces to this metal screw part. There is one smaller strip and the rest of the other three are longer. So the one I put down first is not correct. So I did fix that, but essentially there's 3 that are long and then 1 that is short, and the short one goes at the very bottom. And there, I fixed it there. Now let's glue this onto our vellum shadow background just to create this fun little glowing illusion. You definitely can choose a different color like another pink or a white, but I decided to go with something that wasn't so noticeable but very subtle. I will say that I love this die. I also love the fact that you can turn this into a shaker light bulb if you wanted to with the other pieces on that die set. It's such a fun one to have in your stash. Okay, time to work on the sentiment. I'm going to heat emboss this on some dark blue pattern or cardstock, and we're going to use the sentiment "You are brilliant." So the first thing I'm going to do is just use some anti-static powder and then get to my embossing ink, and we're going to do this about 2 times. I'm pressing very lightly, not too hard, just to make sure that they just touch the paper and get that ink on there. I don't want my letters to be squished. I like my sentiment to be nice and clear. And then we'll just dump on some embossing powder. I did notice that my embossing or my anti-static powder didn't work perfectly, so I'm just going to take a little brush there and remove some of that powder. And then we'll heat set that with my little heat tool. I love the white on this dark pattern or this dark cardstock. It is almost black, but it's actually a really dark blue. It's one of my favorites of this cardstock that I have. Using my paper trimmer, I'm just going to trim this down to a very small sentiment using kind of the guard as my rule of where to cut. And of course the last cut is always the hardest because you can't really hold it into positions, but I'm just going to snip off a slight little bit there, and I think that's just going to be perfect. I love the sentiment, I love the font, I love the white on the dark blue. It's such a great combination. I'm going to bring in a card base using the exact same blue, but now I need to trim down my foil cardstock to 4 inches by 5 1/4, and that will give me an 1/8 of an inch border around the whole card. And then I'm going to glue that down. And I'll tell you right now, I have plans to add more to this, and I forgot I was going to do that while I was hitting the recording button. We will figure it out, don't worry, but I've glued it down and we're going to move forward. So what I'm going to do is bring in the Emergency Card Essentials #1. This die is designed for Sassy's LLC emergency card kits, but it's perfect for cutting strips of cardstock. So I've cut some in 2 shades of pink. These are the same pinks as the party hat, and then a strip of white just to break up those 2. Now here's the fix. I've already glued my piece down, so I'm going to use some washi tape. This is well-worn washi tape, so it's not going to stick to my cardstock. And then I'll just make some little marks and bring that to my trimmer. Now I said well-worn washi tape because if you grab a fresh piece, it could, depending on your cardstock, rip it when you pick it off, depending on how much you polish that down. So just use, if it's brand new, just kind of tap it on your back of your hand a few times until it's not as sticky, and then this works quite well. And all you need to do is remove any pencil lines that are left over, and everything's lined up. Now, it is much easier to glue everything and cut afterwards, but it's when you not thinking and you glue things down before you're ready. This works just fine. Okay, so now we're going to start making my light bulb into a party animal. I know it doesn't have a mouth, but using your imagination, you can think that maybe the filament has the eyes and a crazy little mouth, and it's now blowing a noisemaker. So now that I've positioned my light bulb in a way that I liked, I'm going to move that back off the side and glue down our strips here. I'm going to layer them near the bottom, giving me more white space at the top. Now, like I said, I've already cut these off, and so they should all line up perfectly. I just need to snug them up to each other and make sure that I am not hanging over on any of the sides, because then I'm going to have a white line somewhere. And we definitely don't want that. And I think this is not too bad. Okay, let's bring our light bulb back into position. And I'm going to add some strips behind the light bulb. Because we have those colored cardstock strips going across, that now gives the top and bottom of the light bulb some wiggle room. And so let's remove that by adding some scrap paper. We only need one piece because there's only one piece in the background, just to prop that up so that our light bulb does not sag over these strips here. And then I'm going to try to position this and have my noisemaker kind of heading in the exact angle as those strips. I want to make sure that it is smooth transition. I don't want it to be in a different angle because that's just adding a little bit too many angles, I feel. Now, I once again got really excited and glued down my noisemaker before I actually glued down my light bulb. Not a problem. That's the beauty of liquid glue. You have a little bit of wiggle room. Now you just need to make sure you align that up in the exact same position as you had before. Easy peasy. Never look back. Everything just always works, you know. So never worry about making mistakes because there's always a way of just keep moving forward. Now that I have my sentiment ready, I'm just going to add a few strips to the back because I now have even more layers, which is the light bulb, to add. So I'm going to add 3 strips of the leftover blue cardstock to the back of this sentiment. I tried 2, we'll see if that works, but I can tell that it's still a little bit of a wiggle there. You can see that when I touch the left side, the right side kind of lifts. So we'll just add one more tiny piece there. And that's pretty much what I do. If you have foam tape, use your foam tape. That works just as well. But I always have scraps laying around, and this uses them up and I don't have to throw them out. And I'm just going to put that right to the edge of the card, overhanging half of the light bulb. I love that combination. It just kind of ties everything in. Now to finish off, I am bringing back the glitter or the confetti that I cut with the foil. And I'm just going to position those. I cut 2 times, so I should have like 10 pieces, but I'm going to probably use 7, I believe. I'm just going to play around and think about this. I don't want it too much because the whole background is essentially the same foil. It's just in a star pattern. So I don't want to have too much of it. And I'm just going to focus just around the light bulb as if the light bulb somehow threw confetti into the air around itself while it's blowing a noisemaker. So there you go. This is my first card with Trinity stamps for the new year. I love it. You know, you don't have to make cards that make sense. I know a light bulb doesn't have a mouth. There's no way it can blow a noisemaker or throw confetti. And yet, here it is. It's wearing a party hat and doing exactly that. I think this card is smashing. It is brilliant. It is beautiful. And it is so perfect for just bringing a smile to someone's face, because how could you not be happy if you receive a card of a light bulb parting it up in the new year? So I do hope you enjoyed this silly creation with me. I had a lot of fun. And until the next time, have a fantastic new year, and I'll talk to you all later. Take care. Bye.